really suggest you guys do too, because sometimes people will find that highlight of mine and they'll message me like, hey, it actually just happened with one of the plants, and I might be buying one from someone in the spring. But anyway, they will message me and be like, hey, I have this plant, like I'm up for trade, or you could buy it for X amount of dollars, which I think is really cool. I have made a few videos, or I think at least one video, about trading plants with people online. And I just think it's a really great way to get new plants, possibly for cheaper, or just plants like from the community. I think it's a really great way to grow your collection in that way. Is this scarf like super distracting? I feel like it's silly to wear a scarf indoors. Make a wish list highlight on your Instagram profile, because hopefully people will see it and find it and be willing to trade with you. So okay, let's look through my wish list highlight. So the first thing on my wish list is the Hoya carnosa Gray Ghost, and I have a few friends that have this plant, I think, so I'm looking at you. No, just kidding. But yeah, I know a few people that have this plant, and it's really, really beautiful. I have to say my like acquisition of Hoyas has really slowed down. I feel like I'm pretty satisfied with my Hoya collection, and like I don't love Hoya enough to get like, I don't know, like Hoya 636 or whatever. Like there's a lot of unnamed varieties. Point is, I'm pretty happy with my like mainstream Hoyas, my obovata, my pubic calyx. I have a polynura. I would love to get like another polynura with like bigger leaves, because the one I have is just a baby. Let me show you. This actually grew from like this much. I think the only original leaves are these three at the very, very top. So that's really exciting. But yeah, I would love to see like if I could get another one. But this one is growing really well, so that's exciting. It just put out these two bottom leaves. They're still like really soft. Hoya hybrids would be fun. Like any gray Hoya hybrids would be really fun. Like the Hoya compacta gray version would be really cool too. But yeah, I think that's the only thing I'm really looking for as far as Hoyas go, because I am pretty happy with my Hoya collection and don't want to overdo it, you know what I mean? Okay, so the next plant on my wish list is the Philodendron Majestic, and that is a Philodendron verrucosum and Soderoy cross, which like Philodendron crosses might be my favorite variety of plant like ever, which like I don't know, I think it's kind of funny. But the verrucosum melanochrysum, I do have that one, and it is honestly like one of my favorite plants in the world. It is so beautiful. I love it. The leaves are so big, and they have like the like depth texture that the verrucosum has, which was really surprising to me, because the verrucosum looks like it has like so much depth and texture, but it really is like paper thin. I was not expecting that when I saw it for the first time. Next on the list is the Syndapsis trubii dark form, and I have had a few people reach out to me saying that they like wanted to trade for this plant, but I just didn't have what they were looking for, so it didn't work out as a trade. So I am still looking for that. This one has been on my wish list for 2 rounds now, so that makes me think like, okay, I definitely want this plant, because again, there have been plants that have fallen off of that train. I did find the Syndapsis trubii Moonlight, which is the lighter form. It's like a sage green color, and it is so beautiful. I love that plant. It is definitely another favorite. I think just like Syndapsis in general is really underrated and gorgeous. Okay, so next plant, Philodendron glorious, which is a mixture of the Philodendron gloriosum and the melanochrysum, which is absolutely, I think it's the melanochrysum. I'm pretty sure it's melanochrysum. That plant is crossed with everything, which is really, really cool. I think mostly because the leaves just get so big. It just makes every plant like amazing. It is like the gloriosum, but the veining isn't as like distinct, and the leaves are more shaped like melanochrysum, but they're round, because melanochrysum tends to be long. This is the plant that someone messaged me about, that they have like a bunch of babies that they're selling, and I actually got another plant from them before. I won one of their giveaways actually. Next plant is the Philodendron biliaceae. Yes, I've always pronounced it biliaceae, but I think it's biliaceae. The Philodendron biliaceae is absolutely gorgeous. Like I love the long sword leaves. Like I just love how long they are. This photo is from my friend Michael, who I've been plant friends with basically since the beginning of my Instagram, which is really cool. But his is huge, and also Adam Not Dude has one, and his is also huge and like constantly putting out new growth. So that's definitely a plant that I'm looking for right now. Just like hoping and praying I can find it. But actually, listen, I did put in an order for a philodendron biliaceae, and I placed the order I think in like November, and I still haven't gotten it. And I emailed the company. Like, it's a reputable company. I think it was recommended by a friend who I trust, who's like gotten a bunch of plants from them. So maybe they just aren't shipping right now, and it was risky to do it anyway. It was risky to order the plant when I did, but I was like, $75 for looks like a pretty developed plant. I'm gonna just like try it and see what happens. And I haven't gotten it yet, which is a little sad, but I hope that it's just that they're not shipping in the winter and not that it was a scam or they forgot about my order. But yeah, I need to check my email and see if they got back to me yet, but they didn't last time I checked. Okay, the next one is the Philodendron Florida Beauty. And oh my gosh, this is one of those plants that I am like genuinely obsessed with. I have been for a long time, and I just like, I remember putting the Philodendron Florida Ghost on my wish list video, and like I ended up getting one because I thought that it was the Florida Beauty. Like, I've been so confused by this plant. One time I bought a Philodendron Florida thinking it was a Florida Beauty, and it wasn't. Then I got a Philodendron Florida Ghost, and it was not a Florida Beauty. And now it's like finally gotten through my little pea brain that the Philodendron Florida Ghost, like, it's all different plants. So what I'm after is the Philodendron Florida Beauty. And it's one of those plants that I follow someone, the person whose photo I use, Vivian. She has talked in the past about how she was always nervous that the variegation would go away, which makes me nervous to get one, because usually when a plant like very easily reverts back to green, for some reason that always happens in my care. No matter what I do, give it a ton of light, give it like everything that it needs to keep that variegation, and it still somehow goes away. But that is just the case with unstable variegation. You know, like the Pink Princess has unstable variegation, the Albo Monstera has unstable variegation, which my Albo is still like very white, which is good. There's lots of variegation in that, so knock on wood that doesn't change. But I feel like that one is doing a lot better than other variegated plants that I've had in the past. Like the Syngonium Army that I used to have is completely green now, and I just kind of am letting it go, to be honest, because it has like 4 leaves and they're all solid green, and I'm like, I have no use for this, and I don't think anyone else would have use for this. So I'm just kind of like, yeah, just letting that one go. But other than that, like, I don't think I have any plants that I'm really looking for right now. Of course, if that changes, I will be adding them to my Instagram highlight for my wish list. And I actually have a little slide on the top of my, like at the front right here, and I've had people message me if they could like screenshot this and use it for their own Instagram highlight. And yes, you can. So if you want to do that and you want like a cute highlight, you can definitely use this and then like use the leaf as the circle like on your page or whatever. So yeah, if you want, you can do that. But anyway, so yeah, that's my wish list for 2021. I'm really excited to be looking for those plants. I'm going to let them come to me and just see what happens, because I did that last year and I ended up with a lot of plants that I really love. We're gonna shift gears a little bit, and we're gonna talk about my intentions for 2021 with my plants, because I think it's really important to, with like every aspect of your life at the new year, look at your intentions with those things. Like, I don't want to set New Year's resolutions this year or any like big expectations, because last year I think a lot of us did that, as we normally do with a year, and then last year was the year that it was, and I think that we're all like having a trauma response and not wanting to put that much into a year. And I feel like that's definitely something that I'm doing. But there are a few things that I want to do in 2021, you know, namely like do some traveling once it's possible. I think that I would definitely be in the last group of people to be vaccinated, and hopefully that would happen end of summer, middle of summer. Honestly, no clue at this point, but after that happens, I would love to do some traveling. I really want to go to Finland for New Year's next year. Like, anytime I have like a weird holiday season, it seems like it always happens like after I spend like time being really sad about something, I decided like next year will be different. And that's actually the reason that I traveled in 2017 for like 10 weeks between, like over the summer between years of college. I went through a really terrible breakup my sophomore year summer, like after sophomore year of college, and then I was like, next year this will not be me. And the very next year I went on a solo trip to Europe, and I met my husband a few months before I left.